A slip near a water pipe was deemed a risk to life and property today, with around 200 people evacuated from 30 properties in the Tauranga suburb of Papamoa. Some weren't happy about being ordered out of their homes. Meanwhile, there was a respite for business owners close to the disaster site at Mount Maunganui. Around 15 cafes and restaurants that had been inside the cordon are back open for business. But some owners say they face an uncertain future. Adam Hollingworth reports.
These trucks are carrying the soil that has been sifted clod by clod from the site of last Thursday's landslip. The sheer volume, an indication of how much work has been done. In those first days, the cafes were behind a strict cordon. Now people are able to get to them on foot after a feisty meeting with council officials yesterday. Janet Kim owns the coffee club. Her first regular was one of the victims, Susan Doreen Knowles from Nongataha.
She's my first customer that when I opened the business here 17, 18 years ago. And then she was here this summer. And my staff remember her, and then I do remember her. And when I found out it was her, it was so hard. It's so hard for everybody.
Janet has a dozen staff who are already struggling to get by and says her business can remain viable for only so long.
They're wondering, hi Janet, can I work? Shop open, can I work? Because I need to pay the rent. We don't have a good cash flow coming in. And I pay the wages today, but I don't know wage I can pay next week. And then after that, I really don't know.
Next door, Mike Waghorn has been doing it tough too.
It's good that we can open. It's been really stressful. I mean, it's nothing compared to what's happened to the people who have lost family members and friends and things. So that, it's minor. But we've still got staff, we've got rent and power, pay for it, mortgages and things like that.
Usually these cafes are teeming in the morning. Still, some regulars are back.
Ray and I come down to have another coffee. I don't normally have two, but yeah, we just want to give these guys here, which are fabulous cafe, all the support we can give them.
Ray Guild says the atmosphere is still sombre.
I think the sooner they can get back to normality, the better. These businesses we worry about, really worry. I mean, we're hearing they're only going to last 1 or 2 more days and then their money's run out.
So these cafes are finally open for business after what has been a traumatic week. But it remains to be seen how many of their customers will return, given that many of them stop off here after a trip up or round the mountain. Locals expect the mountain to be shut for a year.
The campground closed, the hot pools closed, and you can't, no one can walk around the mountain. So, so going forward, it's still fairly stressful for everybody here because we just don't know whether we're going to be able to retain all our staff, if we're going to have enough business to actually be still viable.
This group of mates has been meeting to walk up and round the mount 3 times a week for the past 25 years.
And bike over from Tauranga, walk around the mount, have a coffee, tell a few lies and bike home again.
Absolutely devastated to what's happened. Sorry for the families, but sorry for all the mountain people who feel really bad about it too.
The closure of the mounts has changed their routine, but they have alternatives. The blowhole.
Oh, yeah, the blowhole, just out here.
Out the end of that island, it protrudes out into the sea there.
And if further proof were needed that Tauranga remains a dangerous place, more precautionary evacuations down the road in Papamoa today. Panic among the 200 residents of the Papakainga homes. This woman's temper flared as she was stopped from going back to fetch her cat.
They've had a pipe, basically one of the big pipes that we're using to flood the water for us has actually been exposed, and now, they're telling us to evacuate because it's going to burst any moment.
How does that make you feel then?
Oh, bro, we're all scared because of what happened to, the other maunga, the mobile.
They sent out the alarm and everyone jumped to attention and
Police did escort Maurice Walker, who chairs the Papakainga, back to his home to grab his son's asthma pump.
I've been up and had a look at the slip when it first happened, and it's come right down the hill and it's done a bit of damage up there, and council are going to come up and sort it all out. Residents were taken to Mercury Arena for a cup of tea while officials checked the lay of the land. All of which appears to justify the decision today to extend the region's state of emergency by a week.
Adam, you are at the cordon there for the Papamoa evacuations. What's the latest?
Well, the cordon is still in place. It was meant to last for a couple of hours, so something
is seriously going on down there, which means that the people that were evacuated out to Mercury Arena, as we were reporting, they're now at a marae at Welcome Bay, and they will be put up in motels for the night. We'll keep you informed about what's happening there. I can also report that as of 6 o'clock tonight, the first identification hearing for a victim of the Mount Maunganui landslip is taking place at Tauranga Moana District Court. That means that the police have recovered a body, and they are now presenting evidence to the coroner as to the identity of that body, and then the coroner can then accept that evidence of identity. It sounds like a rigmarole, and it is, but it's really, really important, because once the coroner has formally identified that body can then be released back to the family.
Okay, Adam, thanks so much for that update.